Peace begins within, peace begins within, peace begins within. 平和は内から始まる。Hello, my name is TK Nakagaki. Welcome to the TK Dharma Channel. I'm very grateful for your joining me today. I'm here from New York. I'm talking about third treasures or jewels. So I've been talking about three treasures, and first one is the Buddha, second one is the Dharma, and then today is the third one. So what is really the important things in our life? What kind of treasures that we need? And do we need to hear, meet, and possibly gain? So this is so in Japanese, which is Sangha in a Sanskrit term. Sangha really means the people who gathering. So community, more like. In the Buddhist practice, of course, the Buddhist minister, nuns, they're the one who run the temple. So in Japan, then the so Sangha means Buddhist priest. But anyway, this is a community of the monks that we're talking about. In a Buddhist case, there's a teaching of the Buddha, and people gather, centering the Buddha-Dharma. But of course, the Buddha-Dharma's center is the truth. But even though it's not Buddhist one, but then you can call it Sangha for just the community, probably from the sense of meaning. But I think it's important for the Buddhism to emphasize this community, the relationship, because we're talking about interdependence. So maybe that's the reason the Buddhism emphasizes those relationship, the community. In Japanese, there's a word or Chinese character called hito, the person. And this character itself consists of two lines or two sticks. So when you have two sticks, then you can stand. So one stick is hard to stand by itself. But if you have two, so they can stand somehow. So this is a human standing with the two legs, but at the same time, they're supporting each other. That's the way our human life is. So, but if you're going to have to live with other people, then probably you need to choose who you want to live with. Sometimes Buddha talk about, you shouldn't have the kind of group with this kind of group, but you should have this kind of group, like virtuous people, the one who have a lot of knowledge and experience, and then make you go to the happiness and peace. Then that's a good group. But some group, if you belong, you make yourself miserable or trouble, or so it's like a path to go to hell or something. Then those are a group you shouldn't be. But you should associate with a good group, positive group, and so that you can learn yourself. You can learn better, deeper, and broader. So when we talk about Buddhism, of course, again, the truth is the first one important, and there's a second one to talk about the truth, so the teachings, and the third one is who practice the Buddha-Dharma. So when we talk about when the Buddhism was born, it is not the time that the Buddha enlightened, but rather after he went to share the teaching with the 5 bhikkhu or 5 practitioners, the one who who practiced together with the Buddha for 6 years. That's the time when the Buddhism started. So after Buddha was enlightened in a Buddha-Gaya under the Bodhi trees, and then he went to see the bhikkhu, 5 bhikkhus in Sarnath. So it's not that close, by the way, but that's the first time the Buddha gave talk about the Dharma. And at that time, of course, 5 bhikkhu was impressed and then moved by his discourse or his experience or teachings. Then so they became joined the group in a way. So that's the community, the original Buddhist community. So the Sangha was formed. Then that's where the Buddhism was born, not the time that when Buddha was enlightened. So it's a very interesting, right? Sharing the Dharma. That's the essential part of the Sangha. Sharing is such an important thing in Buddhism, but also nowadays, Facebook, Twitter, many people share. But of course, you can share this video with your friends as well, of course. Sharing is very important. Even like a Mahayana Buddhism, Bodhisattva way is until other people will be happy, I won't be happy. So we just try to have the mind of sharing. So it's not just yourself happiness. Everything is just yourself, but rather you're always working together with others. So in a way, we create together the happiness and peace. Then you can respect each other, and you can learn more, and you can compete, but yet for getting better results. And so that kind of group is a very good group, and so positive way of creating peace together. So after Corona, pandemic happens here, community is the one that damaged a lot, probably, because we can't really see each other. And especially when you stay home, it's hard to see people. The mind of thinking of others is the one that's a little missing. And I think what we experience is I stay home basically, but then when I hear some people, when with Zoom or something also, or I'm a good friend calls, and then feel I'm very grateful that I was able to talk to him or talk to her, and then just talking itself make you feel great. So which means they make me aware that we need others. So, by the way, those 3 treasures could be considered in present society. It could be like a or non-profit organizations. Organization need to have a president, right? So that's like a Buddha. And then we have missions and what we're going to do with the organization, the second one. The third one is the one who really support those organizations, like board members or, the workers or colleagues, right? So, this is 2,500 years ago, the Buddha started those 3 treasures, or, Buddha-Dharma, Sangha. And he created a Buddhist community or a big society. But that effect, that's the same way that we are doing too. I actually started the Heiwa Peace Reconciliation Foundation of New York 2 years ago. I'm a president, of course, and then I'm talking about create a mission statement. And then, based upon the mission statement, we do the activities, and then people who agree for the mission statement, they come and then work together. So lastly, I want to talk about Sangha. again, in Japanese, we translate the Sangha as Wago So. Wa is peace and harmony. And Go is together, like putting hands together, like same way, the meeting, gathering. And So is Sangha. So this Sangha is the gathering, togetherness with mind of peace and harmony. So we respect each other, and by practicing together, we create the peace. So through the Sangha, I want you to think, how's my own community? How's your own community? What can I learn from them? Or what we can do together? So I hope to see you next time. And so I'm talking about Japan, who started their country with these three treasures. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you next time.